Hey there everyone, it's Val, and welcome back to episode 3.013 of Skyrim Zahjira's Travels. This is a serious roleplay stream. I see we have someone new in chat, so I just figured I'd throw that out there. Please feel free to run those various commands that are referenced in the chat if you want more explanation about what it is. The very, very short version is that I am role-playing a character, except when I'm in a screen like the save screen here, and I will be trying to interpret your comments in that light. The character is hearing your voices in her head, and when she refers to advisors, she's talking about you guys. You do not have to roleplay, I should say that. And in that case, put OOC in front of your comments. It just helps me when I'm glancing at chat to see if it's something that Zahjira needs to respond to in character or not. Alright, well, speaking of Zahjira, let's wake her up. Alright. She can't believe those two just walked out. Don't they need sleep? Haven't they ever heard of naps? Khajiit is having a sleep. She doesn't care. You will see about trips. Oh, that looks like a nice bed. Orgnar.
We got rooms and food. Drink, too. I cook. Ain't much else to tell.
What have you got for a room?
Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
Well, Khajiit just needs it for the night. Thank you. Although the fellas probably need rooms, too. Unless they insist on napping on the floor in the same room, but in any case.
Until next time.
Indeed. Alright. Khajiit is going to have a nice sleep and wake up in the morning and hopefully have a more awake frame of mind. Space Knee, you saying magic was more advanced in your day, but most of the spells were lost. Well... Khajiit doesn't know if you know about the Sijic months. She doesn't think they've lost anything. Khajiit would like to have a nice long sleep, but she supposes that would not be a good idea. Can she have 9 hours? That would be lovely. Let's see if she gets interrupted. Oh, Khajiit feels much better, and boys, you're already awake. That's wonderful. Oh. Just give Khajiit a moment, if you don't mind, to get the sleep crumbs out of the corners of her eyes. And for me to check that the save isn't going to crash. And it did. There's something about sleeping that's broken. Insert swear word here. Alright, enjoy the Beat Right Back screen and the music while I reload Skyrim. And I will have her in character sleep, but she is just, I'm just going to do a wait. Because obviously there's something that is a problem. Have to figure out what it is, but whatever. Start Skyrim.
Starting Skyrim now.
Shut up, you face. That's a command, by the way, that I use to load things. Make me a kangaroo.
I'm a kangaroo.
Khajiit feels much better after that rest. But she does need breakfast before she's going anywhere. Oh, Space Knee, good morning. You were the only fighter in a rich family. Khajiit hopes you weren't an asshat noble. There are far too many of those alive. She suspects there's probably even more dead, so she hopes you weren't one. What is Khajiit gonna have for breakfast? When she wakes up, oh my. Oh. Let's see. Khajiit's gonna save her milk. She doesn't really want potato soup. She feels like a leg of goat for breakfast. That sounds just delicious. Oh yes, and it tasted even better. And what else does she want? She's actually really hungry. I guess her appetite has been whetted by a good night's sleep. Some cooked beef. Oh yes, very nice. Something sweet. This boiled cream treat. Khajiit doesn't get too many of these. She is going to enjoy this. Oh, delicious. Excuse Khajiit licking her fingers. She needs to get the icing off of them. So nice. Alright. Hopefully the fellas have all had their breakfast as well. The way they're staring at Khajiit, she thinks that is probably the case. Let's get going. Right. There's the fellas. Well, Khajiit is sorry that in your life you had troubles with your family there, Space Knee. Families can be troublesome. She is... Is there bugs around here? Khajiit has had a few troubles with her family as well, although she does have some very supportive and well-loved members that she has never had any problem with. Elder cousin Shaik. Her dear Aunt Mother as well. She misses her so much. Khajiit doesn't know if you knew that she was an alchemist. And Khajiit, when she was young... Oh, Maik, you're still there. You must have camped there. Well, nice to see you again. Khajiit did not... Oh. Khajiit did not take to alchemy when she was a kitten. She is more interested in it now, though, now that she sees its use. Hello? Are you twins?
The suffering the Daedra cause will not go unpunished.
Khajiit thinks she's perhaps run into you before. Khajiit believes you're a vigilant of Stendar, yes?
Yes. Our order was founded after the Oblivion Crisis. We dedicate our lives to facing the threat of Daedra wherever they appear.
Okay.
We're quartered in the Hall of the Vigilant. Keeper Karset heads Skyrim's branch of our order there, providing healing and justice as needed.
Well, thank you for the notation. Khajiit will possibly stop by sometime if she passes that way. Good luck in your Daedra hunt.
The Vigil will be watching you.
Well, because she doesn't want to tell them she already has people watching her, so that doesn't creep her out in the least. I mean, seriously, because she's getting used to people watching her. Why is Khajiit here, Rain? No, it wasn't that. How odd. I mean, it's a fairly clear sky. Because she'd swore she heard rain. She doesn't see anything, though. Ah, Space Knee, you think if they were around during the crisis, you'd have lived longer. Possibly. Possibly. And Trinity, hello! Welcome back to Khajiit's Madness. You were seeing doubles. Well, no, actually, if you were, so was Khajiit. Well, actually, technically, you're seeing what Khajiit sees, so... That is... that is so odd to think of. You see everything Khajiit sees. And he never remembers he's always been there. She really thinks he was in an avalanche at some point, too. Khajiit is still curious as to where that rain was coming from, the sound. Not that she actually saw any rain. She's just gonna go up here and have a look. She's thinking maybe somebody cast a spell that made a sound like rain. She doesn't personally know of any spells like that. But then she doesn't know all of the spells in the world for sure. Or she could currently be being rained on. That's why she heard it nearby, because it was coming this way. Oh, fabulous. Now Khajiit is wet. That is just lovely. No, it wasn't the river or waterfall. Khajiit is used to that sound. It was different. There was definitely rain, and she's found it. Oh, you don't know my friends? Of course, I can't explain to them, because I haven't really... Khajiit has not talked to them about the voices that she hears now. This is Quadojo. He is a monk, and he is the friend that Khajiit has had with her the longest. This is Karjo, also another fellow Khajiit, and he is the newest to the merry band. He was a caravan guard before Khajiit helped him out by finding a lost heirloom, and then he was willing to come with Khajiit. And this is Arander. He has an unfortunate past, and to respect his wishes, I will leave it in the past. He is now a priest of Mara, and he has more than made up for any problems in the past. Of course, Dunmer lived a long time, so you can gather that it was a while back that these things occurred. And Khajiit is... Khajiit hates to say this, Space Knee, but she kind of suspects that you perhaps are having some... Well, she doesn't know how it works with a spirit, but the things you're talking about don't make any sense to Khajiit, is all she can say. Doesn't mean that there's not sense to be had, it's just not sense that Khajiit can find. Alright, let's find the cart. Now, we were told there are two ways to get there. If we want to hoof it. We can go through Markarth, which Khajiit believes she has been to before. No, apparently the name is just familiar to her. She's never actually been there. Or... Was it Markarth? No, through... That was a road to Falkreath. That's what it was. That name is familiar to Khajiit. That's what she thought she was looking at. This was what she was thinking of. Doesn't she have a letter from somebody in Falkreath, or she... Oh, she has so many letters she doesn't know. Well, Khajiit thinks it's probably the best idea to take a cart, because she doesn't know the way to any of these places. And Markarth looks like it's the closest to where... Although, we could go along here. But no, let's go to Markarth. Take the cart. We won't go into the city. We will just go along there, and then we don't have to worry about the Jarl getting bent out of shape because the Archmage of Winterhold didn't come and visit him or her. Yes, Markarth. Khajiit has decided. Khajiit, no, she has never been to the Shivering Isles. Khajiit is curious as to what her spirits are talking about. You were talking about reliving the past, Space Need.
Need a ride?
And Trinity seems to understand what you're speaking of, so that means... Khajiit? Is there some kind of archives or something of Khajiit's memories that you can refer to? That is very fascinating if so. Although Khajiit would suspect that only spirits would be able to access these archives, not currently live people. I mean... Otherwise, that kind of makes... I mean... How would that work if you could access anybody's alive's memories? Nothing would be a secret, would it? Khajiit would like to hire your carriage,
Where
yes.
do you want to go?
We would like to go to Markarth, thank you.
Sit back and enjoy the ride.
Alright, I'm just gonna pause here. On YouTube, is it... Okay. Trinity, if you look at the what appears to be the last comment that I made, it says Vals, NoisyToys, square bracket, space knee, in square bracket. Ever been to the Shivering Isles? Those are messages being relayed from the other chats. If they look like they're being posted by me, but they have a name after them in brackets. That's the way that the relay of chat works, is it does it through my accounts. So hopefully that makes sense. And you can see those, because it looks like to me you should be able to in the YouTube chat window I've got open. Oh, sorry. If I'd read your message, I wouldn't have just said what I said. Yes, the Val Crown means that Space Knee's on Twitch or something, yes. And Space Knee can see you. Basically, I am using a application called Restream, and what it does is it mirrors the chat to each other, so that it makes it one big sort of meta chat, and you can all talk to each other and see each other. There. I should read more carefully. Sorry about that misunderstanding about what you were asking. Ah, so Khajiit and her friends have arrived? Wow. Doesn't that look like Dwarven to you?
It is a great honor to join the Empire and to devote yourself to service.
Indeed. She would have to say that if she were just coming along here, she would think that she'd stop by a dwarven ruin, which was in terribly good shape.
Watch your
Interesting.
step. Markarth has quite a reputation thanks to the Silverblood family.
Oh.
I wouldn't advise crossing them.
Alright, well, Khajiit hadn't planned to cross anyone. She is not going in there, although she will admit she's severely tempted because it looks fascinating.
It is no surprise the Forsworn rely on Boethia.
Who?
When strength fails, subterfuge is a tool that allows the oppressed to achieve a balance.
Obviously, Quadoja knows a bit about these Forsworn. But, spirits, you have been saying something. You can go through my memories. They're full of bugs. Yes, Khajiit enjoys her bugs. She will admit that she does. It's like a palace of books, dusty, but then they show you images. Well, that is fascinating. Perhaps when Khajiit becomes a spirit, which she will admit she hopes doesn't happen for a long time yet, that she will be able to see these strange archives that you have been talking about. They sound fascinating. Well, Space Knee, it sounded like you had a lot of adventures in your life. Markarth was built by dwarves themselves, really. And there are ruins next to the palace. Interesting. Perhaps one day Khajiit can visit. But, ooh. And there looks like there's new plants here, too, that Khajiit probably... That's a juniper bush. Khajiit recognizes the berries. How fascinating. Actually living in a dwarven ruin. Khajiit has to admit she never would have thought that could be a thing.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard.
Yes.
Vampire hunters or something. In the old fort near Riften. Might consider joining up myself.
Near Riften? Oh. We were there. Khajiit totally... well... If Khajiit didn't have other things to do, she would probably stop and explore here. Hopefully things will calm down at some point and she can... She misses exploring. She really does. And it is very difficult to keep herself from exploring. Most of the beds are made of stone. That... In Markarth. Khajiit doesn't think she'd like a bed made of stone. Not at all. Alright, so we need to go to the east. No, more to the south. East. So this way. Since this is territory Khajiit is not familiar with, she is thinking that it would be a good idea to put her spells on, as always. And this one. Time to do some sneaking. Although she will admit she will pick up a few berries. Yes, it is definitely juniper berries. She was not mistaken. She's been buying them till now because she didn't know where they grew. Now she knows. Alright, she will try not to pick every single one. But she will admit she will investigate this, because that is not something she finds all the time. You do not seem to be an issue. Hi.
I'm on my way to Solitude to join the Legion. A united empire is better for everyone.
Ah, you must be planning to take the cart then, because that... Is this the direction one would go to get to Solitude? I suppose. Khajiit supposes. Karthspire, huh? Alright, we're gonna have to consult the map again. She's pretty sure this will not be on any... Oh, okay, so... There might be bridges over here, although, depending... And if it's a ruin or not, they may not be intact bridges. But she would rather try to go across the bridge than, you know, get horribly wet if she can avoid it. Space Knee. Was the Grey Fox a Khajiit? It's hard to imagine a Grey Fox. Somebody calling themselves a fox being a Khajiit, but it could be a misdirection, you know. Alright. Ah. Khajiit thinks she sees the bridges she was hoping for up ahead. Wonderful. Ah, welcome to the lurker. Hang on, I just gotta fix something. It's a little disconcerting when every time I scroll in the game, my chat on one of the tabs gets scrolled as well, so I have to make sure the last thing on top is something that won't scroll. It just makes it a little less disconcerting. Ah, Space Knee, that sounds like a rumor. Do you really think a god would let something be stolen from them? Khajiit doesn't believe it. Alright, it has been quiet so far. Ooh. Okay. Where? Where's the wings? No. That's a fire dragon. That's a fire dragon. Which means Khajiit... she's just not good at the other fire things, though. Or non-fire. Oh, we gotta get there. Crap. Okay. This is not good. No. Why don't you fight the dragon? You know, the thing flying up here? Oh, crap.
You'll make a fine run, cat.
Oh, crap. She hopes the boys are able to take care of those things because she's kind of preoccupied with the dragon that she's not hitting. Oh, great. She can hit it, okay. So much for quietly checking this place out. Okay, okay. Let's retreat a little bit. Now this is... Ah! Water. Water, which Khajiit was trying to avoid. Where to go? Landed up here, didn't it? You think they'd be more worried about the dragon than the cat? Apparently not. Khajiit is not hitting. Whoops, where'd it go? Dang it.
You remind me of my cousin's cat. You're that too.
That is one of the faster dragons Khajiit has seen. Dang it. Go down. Okay.
This isn't over.
Oh, good. Oh, this never gets old.
Let's keep moving.
Where is Esbern? Is he okay? Holy crap. Space Knee, yes, you are. I have been ignoring the more extravagant claims you've been making. Remember, I said one of the guidelines is that you were not anybody of importance. If you were someone who was a... if your spirit was someone who was a noble, it was a minor noble, someone of no particular importance. And so, yeah, please rein it in. You would not... Your character should not have access to things like Elder Scrolls or books that list the name of every dragon, because those, well, the Elder Scrolls do exist. That's not something that a minor noble would have had their hands on, and, well, a magic book that has every dragon's name in it, I don't even think that exists in the lore of Tamriel in the first place. So, I understand you're very enthused, and that's awesome. But please remember the guidelines. They're there for a reason. Okay, that's what I'll do, Space Knee. Basically, if you start going a little too far again, because like I said, you can get enthused, I understand. Zahjira will just make a comment about perhaps you've been dreaming again or something like that, so that you know that she is not really taking what you're saying as 100% accurate. But do try to rein it in, because... okay, I do want to make a slight aside about roleplay. I have been roleplaying for a lot of years. I'm not going to say exactly how many, but I will say it's more than 15. And when I started out, there's a lot of things that new role players tend to do, and what you're doing is some of those things. And that's why I'm not angry at you. If you think I am, I'm not. I'm just trying to help you become a better role player, and learn what, in general, is considered some of the newbie mistakes for people to role play. And the thing is, it's a skill like any other. It's like when you first start learning a sport. You're not going to be great at it to start with, but you'll get better over time. And that's what I want to encourage, because I'm pretty sure, given time, you'll become an excellent role player, because you have a lot of ideas, and that's always an excellent sign. Well, there's probably not too many forsworn villagers after this. So this particular dragon, she is not sure if this one was woken by Alduin, but most likely. Where else would it have come from, yes? And these are always so heavy. But she has them now. Ah, there you are.
Are you sure this is the right way?
Well, yes. Khajiit is here. You're here. And the dragon was here. How do we find the entrance to Skyhaven Temple?
The entrance must be past the Forsworn camp. Look for a canyon or cave entrance into the Karthspire.
All right. And yes, Trinity, Khajiit is alive. And actually, Khajiit has never thought about having a resting place, so she's not sure what she would want. But she thanks you for your thought that you hope it's a better place than the one that you have. Although she must say she hopes you have a better one than, well, a lot of people.
Very good.
Ah, right, so Arender is apparently trying to work a kink out of his arm. Hope it works out for you there. In Space Knee, I would say no, dragons would be off limits. Thank you for asking, though, because that I will add that to my guidelines. I hadn't thought about dragons. Like I said, you have to be someone of no or little importance, because, well, it's, to be honest, with roleplay, it's easy to be someone who is super and has all these fantastic things. But the flavor and the hard part of roleplay is to make someone who's kind of ordinary be interesting. And I say that as I'm currently role-playing somebody who's doing these fabulous things, but that's the storyline. That's not my doing. And that's why she comes from a family of no particular importance in her homeland. She's just an ordinary Khajiit. Ah, Trinity, you worked at the palace's help during the Oblivion Crisis and fell down a shaft in the royal sleeping chambers when you were cleaning in. It was the toilet. Oh. That is a terrible way to go, Trinity. Oh. Khajiit is so sorry that you ended that way. Wow. Talking about terrible ways to go. That has to be... Khajiit can't resist one of the crappiest ways she's ever heard. Oh, she's so sorry, but she knows it must be terrible, but... Oh, she's trying not to laugh. She's sorry. She's really sorry. She can't help it. Oh my. That is... Yes. Please forgive Khajiit. Maybe it's the stress of just fighting a dragon and dodging 3 million arrows that's getting to her and making her a little giddy. She's not sure. She will say, though, that she hopes if you have another life, she doesn't know how the spirit world works, but if you have another life, Khajiit hopes your ending in that life is much better than the last one. Oh my. Okay. So, Khajiit? So are all the Forsworn dead now? You will excuse Khajiit if she looks around. She wants to make sure. And Space Knee? Excellent, that's a good idea. That sounds like a great character to roleplay. She will, Zahjira will try to remember his name is Vincent when she meets him. It'll probably help her remember that, and me, if when you have Vincent say things, you put his name first, so like Vincent colon, or in square brackets even, like, Vincent, so that it reminds her and me who your character's name is, if it's different than your own account. Oh, thank you, Trinity. Khajiit is glad you didn't get upset about her chuckling. All your life's plans went down the drain, as they say. Yes, in your case, more literally than most. Oh. Dang it. It's doing that thing again, where it scrolls. That is... makes I can't see what you guys have just said. Let's try this again, shall we? Something that won't scroll. Do I have anything that will not scroll? Or if it does, I don't care. Okay, let's try that. It's being a pain tonight. Dang it. Nope. Hang on. I'm having issues. Alright. Now Zahjira can see what Vincent just said. Oh, Khajiit hears a new spirit. Your name is Vincent? Hello. Welcome to Khajiit's Madness. You think Khajiit has fancy clothes? Indeed she does. They are the robes of an Archmage, and she is the Archmage of Windhelm. And also a Dragonborn, and she's not quite sure what to do with the fact she has multiple titles now, because, well, amongst Khajiit, having more than one title is actually considered kind of, well, pretentious. And, those are not wonderful arrows. Khajiit has a feeling they're all dead. In the fight with the dragon. Apparently the dragon made use of itself. So these are tribals, you told Khajiit? They like to wear furs. Is that what a tribal is? Someone who likes to wear... Oh, that's one of those... Alright, well this one Khajiit can have. Is that what it means to be a tribal? To wear all furs? Like nothing but furs? Alright, fine, Khajiit won't sneak anymore. They're all staring at her like, what the... Alright. Rander? You... Alright, he seems to have an issue.
Mara, protect us both.
Yes, let's see if Khajiit can help you out here.
Running out of room, eh? I'll be glad to help.
Maybe that's why Khajiit didn't give you a fireball staff before, because you have problems with it. How about Khajiit takes it back and see if that sorts your problem out. There we go. Now it's not stuck to your hand anymore. Do you have like some kind of weird allergy? Once you pick up a fireball staff or a staff of any kind of fire thing, it just kind of sticks to your hand, and that Khajiit has to admit that's one of the weirdest ailments she's ever seen. Ah, Vincent. You know a little bit of magic? Or knew a little bit of magic? Since you were talking in the past, Khajiit gathers you are a spirit? This place, these ruins are huge. Ah, yes, that's where Khajiit leapt off into the water, which she was trying to avoid. And she is...
getting close. Let's keep moving.
Alright. Khajiit wasn't actually looking for the entrance yet. She was just, you know, picking up things. Oh. Why would there be hag ravens here? Alright. Khajiit is not so sure she is all that interested.
on to Skyhaven Temple.
Well, that's what Khajiit is trying to do, but she doesn't see anything that looks like a temple. Although she is seeing stones and things, and they are very buried, so... It's possible this entrance is under the ground now. Khajiit hears it. Ah, got it. There we go. You were a beggar, Vincent, and you died because you couldn't afford a potion to help you. Oh, Khajiit is sorry to hear that. She can't imagine to know that there's something out there that could help you, but you can't afford to buy it. That could make one bitter, she thinks. She's sorry that happened to you. All the arrows. All the steel bolts. She has a suspicion that Quidojo is low on steel bolts now because she's finding his bolts all over the ground. Which is understandable since he was shooting at dragons and Forsworn and... Speaking of which...
Are you sure this is the right way?
No, I'm still picking up things. Khajiit just wanted to say, she should have said this before, but she was a little... caught... well, she was still recovering from all the events. She wanted to thank you all for your very, very excellent work at focusing on the Forsworn while Khajiit was focusing on the dragon. Because without you all, Khajiit would now be a dead Khajiit. She would be a fur rug, as some of the people like to insult and try to scare her with the threat of. So, thank you. Thank you for being such reliable, wonderful companions. You're the best. Khajiit doesn't know if she's very good at making speeches, but she hopes that they understand how grateful she is. And the fact, really, that she trusts them so much that she knew she could run around trying to catch the dragon and kill it while they looked after everything else. And they did. They did look after everything else. All Khajiit had to do was keep her furry butt away from the arrows and chasing the dragon.
Let's keep moving.
And it worked wonderfully. She has such wonderful friends helping her. Yes, yes she does. Alright. Has Khajiit looked at these people? No. And Yankee 2578 on Mixer, thank you very much for the host. Oh, Khajiit is sorry to hear that you grew up in an orphanage. Khajiit very well might have ended up in the same boat herself, except that she had, well, Aunt Mother Shurza to take her in when her own mother died. She was a very young kitten then. And she is sorry to hear that your attempt to find a better life for yourself did not work out. Khajiit knows she has been very lucky. A dance in fire. Ooh, it's a story about Khajiit. A Cathay Rat, in fact. Alright, well, Khajiit is not going to read it right now, but she will take it. Perhaps. It looks like a chapter 2 story, although it looks like the Khajiit in question is being a villain. Ooh, some salmon. No point in letting that go to waste. Alright, then there's this one here. Alright, if Khajiit can get Esbern. Right, well there's steps up there, but that's where we came in, isn't it? Alright, let's... Khajiit is gonna sit here out of the rain and have a think. This lakes. She's gonna sit here in the wet and have a think. But where we should look next. And maybe a slight spot of meditation. If Khajiit can... There we go. Khajiit feels like she has learned some things today. One of the things she's learned is she can rely on her friends so very much. While she needs a lot more practice in destruction before she's going to be able to do anything very exciting. So she's wondering if she's learned anything. Anything in particular that would be of use? in the near future. She will have to think about it. Think about what she wants to bend her mind to in terms of learning.
I think we're getting close. Let's keep moving.
Yes, Khajiit is thinking in the rain. Thank you. And Yankee, you have arrived indeed. Hello, welcome to Khajiit's Madness for today. And Vincent, Khajiit suspected as much. She can see that beggars would pick up a lot of information that people wouldn't think that they knew. Khajiit will have to remember that. And of course, yes, wizards can eavesdrop on the shadows too, especially if they can make themselves invisible. Alright, Khajiit is just about ready to move. Okay, it is time for me to end this episode and start the next one. So, if you are watching on YouTube, please look in the upcoming live stream section for the next episode. And that should be 3.014. If I've got the number correct. I will be back in about 5 minutes. And I'll do it as quickly as I can, but it's usually about 5 minutes. So let's see how they do if they actually find the entrance. Once Zahjira starts looking. Hope you're enjoying the stream. See you in a couple minutes. Bye.